good, isn't it? I'm probably going to think about these two.
Yeah, I like the Rode microphone. So that guy there, is that Rob? The one I was here.
So our fourth and final game of the day is between the Hobart Eagles and Loose Screws. Loose Screws have won the toss and decided to bat first.
Loose Screws. No, I got nothing. That's better.
So our last game of the day is between the Hobart Eagles and Loose Screws. Loose Screws are batting first, and scoring is started by a wide.
Third umpire from the previous game has come into the commentary box, Mr. Matt Turble.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I may not be as funny as these two clowns, but I will give it a try.
Clowns we are, mate. Clowns we are. And that's through for a dot ball.
Aiden Jackson's got a little bit of heat going here. Mr. Scanlon Jr. Maybe we should get Senior in because Scanlon Jr. cannot find the bat.
You get that third umpire voting yes.
Maybe Mr. Jackson needs to put a bell on it. Somebody tell Scanlon, it's that orange thing, mate.
The bright orange shiny thing is the one he's got to hit with the wood in his hand. And that's a shot there for one. Not going to push for the two.
Got to say, the Hobart Eagles looking very resplendent in their green and gold. It's not canary yellow, it is green and gold. Nothing like the Hurricanes who went for purple. They've gone the green and gold.
The green and gold is what it's all about, mate. Shot there for one.
And Robertson opens his account.
And that's the first over done. The Loose Screws, none for 3 off 1.
And we're going to have a very special guest joining us in the next couple of minutes. We're going to have Mr. Phil Buckland from the RG Bargies join us.
Buckland Senior.
Buckland Senior. And he played in the last game against the Bushettes.
The Bushettes.
But apparently he is looking for a bit of a laugh, and he will join these two clowns, and I will let you go.
Martin coming in for the second over of the game. That's a shot straight down the field, but it's gonna stop. Plugs in.
Hey, welcome back, Ty.
Hello, Mr. Sanso.
You just see Buckland Senior coming over at the moment. The heart and soul.
Good old
The
Bucko.
Bucko, the heart
He's
and
got a
soul.
smile on his face already. He's keen for this. Swing and a miss there from Scanlon.
We'll try and get with Senior Buckland at the over break and ask him why Junior Buckland didn't bat, because that was disappointing for us. We thought that could have been a game-changing moment.
We really thought that Junior Buckland was the man, the myth, the legend you guys needed.
He certainly is. Great debut. 17 years old, 2 for 12 off 2.
17. I don't believe it.
He's still growing, just tall, almost taller than me. So it was a good debut for him. Bit tough out there. We knew we were playing the number 1 Bow Desert side, so. But we're here to have fun, so that's what the main idea.
I think that's what it's all about, mate.
Yeah.
So what was I thinking around not batting Junior Buckland? You saving him for the later rounds?
Well, he's sort of his third ball in the second over. He's sort of pulled the top part of his hammy onto his butt cheek. So.
That does sound like a Phil Myers moment right
I
there.
actually questioned that during the commentary whether you and Phil Myers were related.
Yeah.
Both very pedestrian innings.
Yes, very pedestrian. I did start well.
You took Hayden Shepherd straight back over his head for a spectacular six.
Yeah, I didn't
Hayden
want.
Shepherd wasn't happy with his debut delivery.
Yeah.
No,
Cop-
and
cop that
then he
Hayden
did put a
Shepherd.
short one into me the next ball. I was expecting it, but it was just like.
But he is a young tearaway fast bowler.
Two overs gone for the Loose Screws versus Hobart Eagles. 2 overs gone, none for 7.
So we got some inside running from Taz. Apparently, Jacko, otherwise known as Wacko Jacko, when he bowls a wide, doesn't like it, and he's already peeled off one in the first over. So we're hoping not to see a second one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've just got some late mail. We're going to have the gorilla from Chinchilla on the mic.
That's amazing.
He's heading over.
We need to reinforce these seats just to carry the man's mass.
We do. That bloke, I tell you, he's on another level. As Loose Screws move to 11.
When did he come into town, Bucko?
Mate, we got here Thursday.
Nice.
One of our original boys. There's 4 of us who originally start at the first time of the Argy Bargies in 2010.
Yep.
So, and Dave, Dave Hanna, he bought a house down here about 18 months ago, and he moved in only 9 months ago. So, we saved on a fortune on accommodation. Look at that shot, folks.
That's outstanding. He has just been
That's
punished
it.
through the offside. On the
That
cut
looks
shot.
like a yappy cut shot, that does.
I feel like Jacko's not going to be too impressed with that. He's kicking the dirt right now, and he probably should because it's a pretty trash delivery.
It got dispatched, how it should have been anyway.
Got what it deserved.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, so we're staying just in the centre of Wollongong. So we've saved a fortune on accommodation fees, so there's more money for beer. And we've, thanks to our sponsors, Hawks Brewing and Carlton United, we've got...
Shout out to those legends.
And,
So we've been advised this is a children's safe event. We're not to be promoting alcohol just randomly.
Right,
We
okay.
got pulled up about over 2 of the previous ones.
Oh,
And he's bowled him.
Bang, done.
Wacko Jacko.
got one.
He's on the board with 1 wicket.
Makes up for that wide. He bowled in the first over, I guess.
it's always good to come back after being dispatched for 4 or 6 with a nice wicket. So
It is good.
we see it looks like a couple of Tonka Trucks boys have turned up. Big shout out to Bully Rotten up in sunny coast. He's moved. He was an Argy Bargy. He's moved up there and he plays for the Tonka Trucks. So
I love the name.
Yeah, I love the name too. And
Tonka
I think
Trucks.
they might be looking for their shirt because they gave one of their shirts to one of our players yesterday. So we've got it at our house. So we might have to give it back to them today. So
Not until after you played them.
yeah, if we get to play them, yeah. So tomorrow will be interesting. I think 48 games tomorrow. Hopefully it goes ahead. So
The weather's looking more encouraging than it was yesterday.
certainly is.
There's
And
been a bit of wind around, a bit of sun around, and that's what we want. With Matty Preston to come into bat for Loose Screws, 1 for 15 after 2.3.
He looks like a big boy. I think he can make the distance even into the wind.
He looks like a very solid unit. And he's paid a bit of respect to that, and he's put it on a shot for 1.
it doesn't look like he'll be running many 2s, I don't think. So he'll be
Yeah.
trying to hit like I try not to run 2s. And
You know what,
takes
mate?
it out my old legs.
I tell you
ran
what.
2 2s during the game and I was buggered.
I'll tell you what, my philosophy is I bat like David Byrne. He'd never like to run 2s. He just loved to hit boundaries, mate.
Yeah, boundaries like I started my innings. I thought I'm on here, but then it disappeared after the second ball. So
And that was off Hayden Shepherd, that first ball. was?
yeah, Hayden Shepherd.
Yeah, Hayden Shepherd, yeah.
Shout out to you, Hayden. Thanks,
Yeah,
mate.
shout out to Shep.
I'll see you later. I'll get you a drink later.
When we do our warm downs after the game, we'll come and find you, Hayden.
Fine session. I think it was the only 6 of the whole game too. I think.
I think it was. I just want to say, Wacko Jacko he's cutting a little bit of Carl Rackerman stuff with his hairline.
There we go. There we got the double ganger
Can you
there.
see that?
Yeah, Carl Rackerman. Beat your heart out.
Anyone else out there that's streaming this that can see it, just like it if you can see a bit of Carl Rackerman in Wacko Jacko.
Loose Screws,
Later
1
in the
for 18
career,
off
because
3.
he's carrying a couple kilos up front.
That's a shot.
Great shot, but straight to the fielder.
Shot for 1. Tell you what, lads, if you can see the Kyle Rackerman look-alike there, make sure you give the stream a share. Show it to your friends, your family, your mates. Oh, it's a shot. Straight in the V.
Straight in the V behind square.
I am impressed with the mullet haircut of the bowler too, by the way. He's representing that really well.
Shout out to the mullets, though. They're making a comeback.
They are.
Way before my time, but they're making a comeback.
Yeah, he's only sort of half done it. I think he needs to roll out a moustache as well.
That would a handlebar.
Handlebar. Like, I feel like he's got the DNA to do that. He's just choosing not to.
Oh, back of the ball.
Yes, that.
The back
well,
hand,
well,
sorry.
Yeah,
well,
well, senior Buckland. That's a nice arm. That'd be in the top 3 or 4 arms we've seen today there from the outfield, and I can't quite see who it is.
It's good to see the Hobart Eagles make the long trip up here, so it's fantastic. LMS going nationally as it should be, and hopefully in the next few years when we get bigger and better, a few sides from Adelaide and Perth will make the effort to get over here. Well, it depends on where it's posted, obviously. So.
I think it's just been nice, mate, that given all the stuff that's happened with COVID, that we were able to get together again and actually have a proper Australian champs.
Bang!
Yeah, it's sensational because it's good fielding out there. Yeah, because it's been 3 years, like we went to 2018, 2019, and then 20 and 21 were gone, and especially last year's one was almost ready to rock and roll, and then people kept buggering up and stuffing it up for everyone.
Yep.
So, but no, it's good to catch up with blokes that the RGs all met 3 years ago, and then making new friends today.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, and that's what LMS is about. That's what like we lost, but you win, you lose.
All run one in a couple of hours.
Yeah, and it's 2 hours. It's done and dusted. And the best one is, we lost 17 games in a row one time. So you're gonna get your win. You know what I mean? So for sides who think that.
Oh, there we go. The loose screws are 1 for 41 up to 5.3.
And it's now the rain's coming back in again.
The rain has been a problem the whole weekend. Umpires haven't called it off yet.
But he's just gone bang for 1. I'm hoping the umpires show a bit of common sense here and get to the end of the over before calling
1 ball to go.
Calling delay in play.
He'd be spewing if he gets out this ball.
But he's got bang. He's not worried about his wicket. Will they come back for 2?
He'll settle
they
for
could
1.
have had 2 there.
Yeah, probably
He'll
should
settle
have
for
on
1.
That arm.
Yeah.
Probably should have on that arm.
It's a decent sized field here, folks. It's not smallish. And it has been. There was the previous game before ours. There was a couple of sixes, but they have been very scarce.
With the wind, there was the game before your game. One guy turned the game when it went batting with the wind.
Yeah. And when he was last man stands, I think he was. Yeah. And he hit a few down long on.
I think with this rain around, the safety sense has to come into play, and they've called it.
They're pulling stumps.
Pulling stumps.
I think it might just blow over. Hopefully, there's a little bit patchy behind us, but it looks like it's. Yeah, well, hang on. I've looked on the left-hand side of me, and it's.
So senior Buckley might not be across this, but
I'm a good weatherman. Like they never get sacked, weathermen, because they change their minds all the time. So, hopefully we'll be back very shortly.
So what we're looking at here is the rain break brought to you by Mack Trucks.
Mack Trucks.
Mack Trucks.
Do you want trucks? Go Mack.
Correct answer. You've heard the advert before. It's all about the Mack Trucks.
You've heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Mack Trucks is the go.
Hopefully this delay doesn't set us back too long. But meanwhile, we've got Senior Buckland. We're waiting for Grandpa Buckland.
I think
the gorilla from Chinchilla has disappeared. I think they put him back in his cage.
He's had to cage the beast.
We might see if we can't get Brisket over here to speak with Senior Buckland about the game that just played.
6.1 overs gone. 1 for 43 to the loose screws against the Hobart Eagles.
What do you think par is here, Senior Buckland, for this course?
Mate, what you guys hit was like a 130. That was really it puts a lot of pressure on the next team coming in. But I reckon you could still probably be defended with 115.
Yeah.
Obviously a 15 over format, and then. But yeah, we were still confident that if a couple of us got going, we would have been right. But yeah, good bowlers from you boys, and yeah, it wasn't to be. So.
Except for Hayden Shepherd.
So you know, like
He wasn't-
sometimes you got to dispatch people for six every now and then. So
Sort of brought that on himself to
Yeah,
serve
you know.
that stuff up to a
yeah,
seasoned
first
professional
ball
like
too.
yourself.
Yeah, you know, I've swung the bat, 300 plus times, I think. So plus games. So
So with the game being revised to 15 overs, do you think that changes the mentality of how you play a game, like where you put batters, where you put bowlers? And
yeah,
stuff?
well, like obviously with a 15 over game, it was just like we had a discussion. And I said, like, look, let's get everyone to have a 2 overs each to see how we go, and obviously. Okay, folks, we're back from our little rain delay, and there's a wicket straight off the bat. Well, straight away, folks. The nicely well bowled there. Loose screws are now 2 for
45.
45. There we go, folks. 6.4 overs gone.
And that's Burgess picking up that wicket. Bowled 1.4, 1 for 12.
I could tell you, but there'd be a few, wouldn't you?
And coming into bat now, Chris Peel.
Chris Peel. He is a good batsman, Chris. He plays a lot in the western suburbs of Sydney.
So you played against him?
I have played against him a few years ago.
Yep.
So he can hit a ball.
Can hit a ball.
And there's a couple other players in this side as well. Benny Gorham, he was doing on the comms earlier. He's not a bad handy bat, and I think he does roll the arm over a few times. So the loose screws, they're in this in their div, I think they're the favourites to go through undefeated. But obviously the Hobart boys are a bit of a mystery about them. You know what I mean? So we'll see what they can produce with the bat. They're bowling okay at the moment.
Well, by the looks of it, the Hobart Eagles seem to be the Tasmanian champions, given their shirts on the back. So, projected score of 93, final ball of the over, and it starts with a wide. He's called for 2. They're pushing hard.
Pushing hard. No.
And no, but they settle for 1. Loose screws. 7 overs gone, 2 for 47. So Bucko, tell us, how did the name Argy Barges come about?
Mate, Argy Bargies, it's when we originally started, we were called KOFA. And KOFA was the College of Fine Arts. They were the first sponsor. So
Yep.
we named the side. It only hung around for 1 year.
Yeah, right.
But then Argy Bargies, I was working at the running the Argent Court Hotel in Sydney.
Yeah, right.
And hence we're just having a drink there after one of our games when we were still KOFA, and it just was like Argent Court, Argy, and it's like, oh, hang on, Argy Bargies, and it just was like, and the
Just had a ring to it.
yeah, it just had a ring to it, and then it is a common phrase a lot through, you hear it on, in news and commentary, a little bit of argy bargy there, but,
Yeah.
like that might be a push and shove, but for us, argy bargy is just all fun, so
That's it.
it's happy days that way.
That's it. I think that's
Yeah, and
what it's all about.
so that's how it's stuck. We've had no inkling to change the name. We've had a couple of different emblem designs,
Yep.
but we're now being stuck on this one. It's a horseshoe with a couple of bats of ball and beer jugs, because we all like a little bit of a bet
Yep.
as well, because we've got
Gamble responsibly.
obviously we've got a few boys who work for a few trainers, because one of our sponsors is Henry Dwyer Racing down in Victoria.
Yep.
A big shout out to Henry. So we've got a few sponsors and stuff like that, and we try and make the Sundays a nice fun day, because everyone pays their dues.
Yep.
And and then the Argy Bargies, like we're always an average of like a Div 3/Div 2 side.
Yep.
The Div 1 in Sydney is really popular.
Really
and
competitive.
Very competitive. There's
Yep.
some good sides there. There's a few of the sides down here. The Primary Club of Australia,
Yep.
East Exiles, Spider Monkeys. They're all Div 1 sides down here, so there's going to be some good games out of there,
Yep.
coming out of those boys and stuff like that.
So from your comp, how many teams have come to Auschance?
I think from the east, I think there's 12 sides that have come down just from the eastern suburbs comp, and I
Yep.
think it's about 22 from Sydney as well, 22, 23 in all up, apparently. I think it could be a little bit higher. I'm not too sure on the exact numbers.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a high response, especially teams coming back who missed out the last couple of years.
Yeah, right.
And there's a couple of debut sides. We know a few boys in the Johnny Cash Memorial team.
Johnny Cash Memorial. Love
They're a
that.
good bunch of boys. Shout out to Sharpie, Jolie, and Matty Edge. They were here earlier and came down and watched us.
Yep.
So yeah, no, there's some good cricketers in that side. So they'll be hopefully get a game tomorrow. And yeah, so there's all different brands and styles of cricket up in Sydney. So
Yeah.
it's not, you know,
That's it.
and that's the thing. A Div 4 team can beat a Div 1 team
On their
the
day.
And,
And that's the thing with cricket. Like it can be anyone's day.
it can be. That's the whole fun about it. It
Yep.
just, you know, you can play a couple of good shots, play a couple of bad ones, and next thing you know, you 100 for none, or you're 6 for 40.
That's it. That's it. Loose screws are 8 overs down, 2 for 49.
What about yourself, mate? What about with your boys? Bow Desert Comp?
The shows, I think we've got 3 divisions. Obviously, Matt runs it. Div 1, it usually differs each season come by because a lot of people like play the Saturday cricket in the summer comp, so tend to have a few less teams in the summer comp rather than the winter comp. But we've just finished the winter comp and about to start the spring comp. The Bashers have been around for 4 years, Matt? About 4 years. It's even got to the point where we have 2 Basher teams now. So you have the Bashers and then Bashers B.
Yep.
And yeah, both playing the same division, so it's always a good time when we come up against each other. And then obviously when we come to Oz Champs, the guys that want to go, we just good trip there, Matty. The guys that want to go, obviously they pay their fees, and we just make a time out of it. You know, being the last few years, we've been in Runaway Bay playing there, so it hasn't been too much of a drive for us. But coming down here has definitely been an experience. I got picked up in Sydney, so I didn't suffer the mayhem of the trip down from Brisbane.
Oh, so you boys drove down?
Yeah, drove down in a little 12-seater highest van.
That's the way.
Yeah.
That would have been a nice 12-hour drive.
I can imagine it was. There was someone who wasn't really truly happy with picking me up and stopping.
Right.
That bloke happens to be sitting right next to you.
I have a terrible habit of going out of my way towards the back end of a trip.
Right,
That's it.
gotcha.
And Sydney traffic's always pretty pleasant.
Oh, it's always fun.
So I was a little bit emotional
Yeah,
after a long drive and a bit fatigued. May have let some feelings out.
may have, yeah.
They were true, but not necessarily needed to be shared.
True. Gotcha. Yeah, there's fantastic drivers in Sydney. Traffic flows very, very nicely. You know, no delays from buses or trams or trains or anything like
So,
that. Yeah.
so the second piece of this, Mr. Butler, was we had Mr. Watling that was in a small car that would have been easily manoeuvred through Sydney, but he decided that he was far too important to make the trek left to pick up Mr. Avery. So us and our bus and our trailer and all the people that just wanted to stop out and have a bit of a stretch and just stretch around.
Yeah, got to stretch the legs.
Yeah, you
every
got to
now
stretch your legs and. use the bathroom.
Especially being cooped up in that little thing. Like I was in there for only an hour and a half, and I was pretty.
You wanted to get out of it.
I wanted to get out.
Yeah, I don't feel for Ty at all because it would only been 40 minutes for us if we hadn't stopped for him.
Right.
But I'm gonna put that squarely on BJ.
Yep.
Meanwhile, some decent cricket out going on here.
Yeah, getting some extra runs going along, and
They're running very rapidly between wickets.
yeah, I think they're going to have to pick the rate up a bit because they're only it's just after the 9.2 overs.
Projected
or
score is
9.1.
only 93.
Yeah, it's 63 for 2 after 9.2, so they're going to have to get a move on.
And we feel like 115's par on this.
I think so now, especially that little bit of rain would, you know,
It's going to soften the field up, make the ball plug a bit more.
Yep. And there was a couple of shots out here on the far right hand side. The ball just went dead.
just
I stopped. Yeah. So, but hopefully the rain will stay away. Like there's blue skies again, folks. I reckon tomorrow it will be an exciting plus. So tune in. Games hopefully starting early and going all the way through to the late afternoon. There's a wide there.
So some confirmation from management as to what the competition looks like moving forward, but I'm sure we'll get that before the end of the innings.
Well, let's hope so. And you know, I know for a fact they're checking out the grounds at the moment, and a lot of admin to be done behind the scenes to try and organise. I think they're trying to play 40 plus games tomorrow, so we're trying to
That's
get back
a
on
lot of
track.
games.
So
A lot of people down here that come down here to win, and there's a lot of people that come down here just to play and do the best they can.
That's it, mate.
I think everyone does a pretty good job just getting a game together. That was
And
a
that's a shot.
horrible ball,
and
and it's been just
And it's
spent.
sent for 6.
Bang!
hey. Well, it's got
That was close to the shot of the innings for me.
it's getting there because I was just going to say, Chris, like I said earlier, I said he does hit a few, and now as he was a bit slow there, he was 5 off 10, and now he's gone 11 off 11. So I think he realises that there's literally only 5 overs to go now, so they're going to have to get a move on and try.
Need to. I think at least need to pile on another 40 to 50 runs to.
It's got to put the pressure back on the Hobart. Like if Hobart's only chasing 90 odd, they'll feel pretty confident going into their batting innings.
I heard earlier today we're staring down 60-metre boundaries right around the ground.
I did hear that too. I saw that message come through that the grounds were going to set out for 60-metre boundaries, and for myself, that was pretty easy to reach.
Celebrate greatness. Bang!
Sorry, what was his name again?
Mr. Hayden Shepherd.
Got taken directly to Pound Town.
Yeah.
by
Oh, look at
Mr.
that
Buckland.
great shot there.
And that's
Four more.
4 more. Here we go. Here's
Matty
the
Preston,
movement.
he's not here to muck around. He wants to get in, do his job, and get off.
This bloke, if you can't see it on camera, you have to be every bit of 6'4" and maybe 130 kilos. Like when he hits it, they're going to stay hit.
Yeah.
Just solid muscle.
And if you get in front of it, I think it's going to sting the hands nicely because it's a little bit. There's a bit of a breeze in, so I don't think the hands will be warm.
And they're hitting with
nice
the
little
wind too.
stinger. Oh, back of the hand again.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And doesn't dispatch that. He's got angry with himself there. He sort of slapped the bat on his pads. And now he's like any good cricketer, plays the practice shot after he's missed it, like I've done. say to yourself, why? And it's like, concentrate. And then I got out. There we go.
Matty Preston's got it again! And it's 6 runs from Matty Preston!
Maximo!
I can't help. We're watching this, and you talk about the European Cricket League as you did earlier, and that's not very good compared to this.
Mate,
And they're on TV.
they're on
so
TV. We should be on
TV.
TV every day of the
I
week,
agree.
like them. And I believe we could take out a few of those teams for sure.
Oh,
nicely
Matty
off
Preston,
down the
stand
leg.
and
That's
deliver.
4
That's
more.
flick,
4
and it's
more.
4 runs. And that's Matty Preston retired.
38 off
38 off 18.
Is that quickly it can change in LMS? Like he
Yes.
was going run a ball.
And now 3 shots later, bang, bang, or 4.
Yeah, couple down Pound Town, and then one nice one off his legs just to finish it up. There's
So
another.
what you're saying, Bucko, is that LMS should have a dedicated channel 24/7.
24/7. I reckon.
24/7.
I think they do have now got a link with YouTube and stuff like that, but there should be cameras should be made available. I reckon we could probably even get a commercial channel behind LMS and everyone else. You know, obviously, like you look at the European Cricket League and you see them getting broadcast. No reason why they can't do that, let alone in Australia, but worldwide for LMS because it's
And as the LMS slogan says, it's a new way to play cricket.
It is a new way to play cricket, and with our great ambassador AB de Villiers, always available for a chat sometimes.
Shout out to AB though.
Yeah, shout out to AB. He was, like we had just had the English champs of about a month ago. They finished up, so it's a big competition in England where you actually have to win your area to qualify.
Yep.
So like we were lucky enough, we had sponsors that pay for us to go as the Argy-Bargies.
That was the same for us, mate.
Yeah, so hopefully, like obviously Australia's got some great cricket out there, but I hope it stays the way it is by being a nice big event, but an event for everybody.
Yeah, 100%.
And we've got the world champs in December.
Oh,
He's put it down. He's
shot.
going down his throat, and he's
caught
taken
it.
Yes, great
Chris
take.
Peel.
And he's tried to trot a double play, but that's an outstanding catch in the conditions. As you said, the hands are cold,
Yep,
and he's hit that with a bit of force.
and he just set himself primed and taken it. So like we actually didn't introduce Chase. He came in once. Matty retired, and now we've got 2 new batsmen. I think this is Benny Gorham now, the earlier commentator. I think this is Benny coming out.
Oh yes, we did see him in the commentary box. He was in the green room earlier.
Yeah,
Eating a sandwich, I think.
Yeah, having a sandwich, having a Gatorade. Shout out to Gatorade if you want to sponsor later.
Was it
Gatorade.
egg and lettuce sandwich that was?
Oh, I love a good egg and lettuce.
I think he ate all of them.
Oh, mate,
We're
there's
not
no
sure
other way
what
to
was
be
there.
honest.
He ate
There's
all
no
the
other way.
sandwiches.
Yeah, all the sandwiches are gone now, so we're just here, just having a couple of quiet
Cups of tea.
and some cucumber sandwiches.
Ty's actually got a couple of cucumbers in his eyes to keep his face nice for his wife.
Very nice. He's by the way, folks. If you can't see the three gentlemen in the commentary box at the moment, we are outstandingly stunning.
I think we gotta speak to management about getting a camera on us because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but we're the actual highlight of LMS.
We are wasted on everybody here at the moment. They can't see us. Mind you, blokes in Sydney know who I look like, and then
Clinton tap! Absolute miraculous effort there.
it's a great effort. Yeah, so like I say to Brad and George, if you don't know Brad and George, they always go by the name of Clooney and Pitt. And I let them be in the movies, and like if I was on TV more, they wouldn't be working. So
Mate, they'd be
that's
out
why
of
I stick to the
commission.
LMS and throw myself in the commentary box every now and then and have some wise words for everybody out there.
Very much enjoying having Mr. Buckland
With
his insides around male modelling.
Yes.
Oh, Ben Gorman.
No, that's a half bang. I got ahead of myself.
Got ahead.
He's towed that. Probably because the pitch is skipping on a bit. Some little bit of drizzle.
There's drizzle coming through, and they've got 3 overs to go before the innings break. So hopefully we can get their innings out of the way, and then hopefully if this little shower does dissipate for us.
I hate to say it, gents, but looking on the radar, it's not looking promising. But we're hoping to get this innings done and dusted.
And then maybe the innings breaker gets through us and goes past. So hopefully then we can finish, get 4 full games out of the way.
Shot there from Gorman for the one.
I'm sure if you can see on the camera, maybe you can see the low cloud cover in the background. That's like this morning when I heard the kookaburras laughing, I thought, yeah, it's going to be a nice sunny day, and then they disappeared, and then we got an early shower. I went liars, so they got me all excited. Because yesterday there was no kookaburras laughing in the morning. Oh, they're pushing for 2 here. Good running here.
Excellent running.
Great running. Great running. They need the runs. They need the runs on the board.
Tell you what, Chase is an absolute unit. Running hard, running twos.
Running twos. You got to get the twos because they're 93 now. So, like I said, that 115, I'd still be happy with the conditions at 115.
Oh, it's a shot. Straight down third man's throat. For the one. Oh, and in the puddle.
In the puddle.
puddle.
Now that's going to affect everything.
So now we've got Gorman on strike.
Gorman should be packed full of energy after all the sandwiches he ate in the green room.
Well,
so
yes.
This would go anywhere.
Yeah, it could go anywhere. He's a nice grade player for Western Suburbs in the Sydney grade comp. And if all for your bat repairs, see Ben Gorham. He does bat repairs on request.
Shout out to Ben Gorman, bat repairs on request.
Shout out to Ben Gorman for eating all the sandwiches.
Just shout out to Ben Gorman in general.
Just a shout out. I see there's something out the back here, but there's not. Maybe a bit later. Yeah, they're pushing for singles here. They're pushing really fast because they know they don't need. Yeah, if they can get 115, that would be a very defendable. And I can't remember who else is actually going to come in because they've got a few. I think loose screws have come down with 10 players, so they might have a bit of a rotation for this game. And their bowling attack because Benny can bowl, Chase can bowl. I think even Matty Preston can throw the arm over pretty well. So
13 overs gone, 3 for 96.
When
Seaborn
you
back
say
into the.
throw the arm over, is there anywhere in the realms of the gorilla from Chinchilla?
mate, he was exciting to watch, and I think it might be on the same realms.
Oh, it's gone up big.
That's up.
It's like I think that. Is great effort!
The effort.
Is it a no ball call?
Is that Rackerman bowling again?
That no,
It
mate.
is- it is Rackerman.
That's your mate Wacko Jacko back in the attack.
Wacko Jack. What was Rackerman's nickname? That's what. Now we're going to change his nickname.
Yeah, what was
So if someone can send us a message,
Mate, I'm sorry, but Rackerman was way before my time, so you guys have a lot more knowledge than what I would.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. He's up.
In and
He's dropped it.
There's the fluff.
That's a whole box of tea that he needs to buy the team.
Yep. Fines, yeah. Lots of tea. Lots
Lipton's.
of tea.
Lipton?
Maybe a little bit of
English breakfast.
English
English
breakfast.
Yeah.
breakfast.
Or
I
what
think
about a
so.
peppermint one? Peppermint tea just to calm the
He
nerves.
looks like the peppermint tea type.
Gorman
so
wants
I reckon if
second,
he
but he
had a
stays for
peppermint
one.
tea before he went out, it would have calmed the nerves and he would have taken that.
that's it. It's pretty poor effort, really, at this standard.
Yeah, it's, we're playing nationals here, folks. Come on.
Yeah.
Take an extra step.
Rackerman comes in.
Rackerman comes in.
Oh, Gorman's gone the red! He's gone the
There's
red!
two here. There's two.
He's
definitely
pushing
here.
for 2 with the rain coming
Oh,
down.
he's pushing hard.
Oh, Gorman wants this innings done and dusted.
Rackerman is filthy.
Rackerman is blowing.
He's angry. He's
Wacko
emotional.
Jacko.
He's got his last ball of his
His
third over
team's
coming up.
his team's just fresh air in him. They're not getting around him and giving him any support at all.
Bit
Well,
of,
actually, he's just pointing them back to the fence because he's got no confidence in his bowling.
The last ball is over.
And
oh, he's
rightfully
gone
so,
big,
rightfully
but someone's
so.
under it.
Here we go. Could
He's
be a double
moved.
play.
He's gone the double play.
Oh,
He's taking
He's
it.
got the steal.
Steal it. 2 runs.
He's got the
He's
steal.
got the steal.
Got the steal. Great catch out there in the conditions that we've got, folks.
That's an outstanding catch.
And that was last ball of the over too.
Yeah.
They're looking to get this last over done and dusted.
2 for 21 off his 3 overs. With
Classic
that,
Rackerman.
with that steal coming through.
I feel like
Classic Rackerman, yeah. That's why he played for Australia. You
we
know.
need to interview Rackerman after the game.
I think so. I think we'll have to sideline eye. Maybe mic him up when he's batting. If he gets a bat, that might be an idea.
Can we do that?
Yeah, can we talk to management about that?
Yeah,
I
get-
think we need to get
Can we
that.
get Rackerman mic'd up for when he's batting?
So they. Yep.
14
All
overs
fo-
gone.
14
There's still one
over.
over left, but it looks as though that
They
play's been
haven't
called.
the rain here, have they? Or are they out of batsman? It doesn't sound
No,
right.
it doesn't.
No, they're only
'cause
4 down.
4 down. Why are they coming off? There's one more over to play. Or we missed an over.
No, it's saying on the on our
The
scoreboard
live
here,
score
mate.
here, yeah, I'm looking at my phone as well. Maybe it's been reduced to a 14, and we haven't been told up here in the comms box.
Can we get an email to management about the
Yeah,
game
can we
being
get
reduced
a
to 14
confirmation
overs?
from management on this?
They appear to be what?
We've had the thumbs up.
We've been given the thumbs up, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the way, folks.
The game's been reduced to 14 overs, and we probably should have been across that earlier.
Yeah,
On
we,
the live
there's a bit of a. There we go. Yeah, game resumed. First overs. There we go. Reduced to 14 overs because we had that rain delay earlier. So
3 minutes
we were
per
just
over.
talking amongst ourselves, and we forgot to keep the money on the board. Really,
Yeah, no, we just ignored management. Didn't take their guidance.
No,
That's shame on us.
shame on us. A little bit of inexperience coming there sometimes, but I've been in the comms box a few times. So yeah, we've got got the Worlds coming up in Cape Town in December.
Is that this year or next year?
This year they're hosting it 2 years in a row. They will be the Worlds this year and next year at Cape Town. So if you can get to qualify, it'll be a nice little trip if you get to go there. And then there is you've got Barbados in March next year, the Barbados Open, which will be, if you can get to go, that would be fantastic. I reckon playing cricket in the West Indies.
Request into my management team here because I believe the both shares are marked in for Cape Town, but don't believe the team ever heard about Barbados. Makes me a little bit emotional.
Emotional, yeah.
Feel
Mate,
like
keep them-
Barbados is marginally more glamorous than Cape Town.
Yeah, lots. There's still going to be lots of cricket, and playing cricket in the West Indies would be great.
Be enormous.
Yeah. And yeah, you'll have to talk to your team management about that. Maybe you haven't got the invite to Barbados, and now I've just broken the secret for you.
If that's happened, mate, are you looking for another player?
Mate, we're always welcome for the Archie Bargies. We'll take everybody. We take everybody and anybody. We've played over 350 games, and we've had over 300 players play for the Archie Bargies in our
Right,
12
so I
years.
just need to trot out 3 games and I'll get the trip to Barbados?
Yep, guaranteed.
All right,
I just
so
got to find a nice another sponsor out there, folks. Lipton Iced Tea, if you were listening earlier, we gave you a plug.
Gatorade or
Gatorade.
Mack trucks?
Mac Trucks.
get
You want
around it?
power?
Go
Go
Mac.
Mac.
When you're drinking Gatorade, there's no time for haterade. So just to get the appreciated into you and celebrate greatness.
That is correct. Greatness is all about us.
Yeah, that's what we are.
And I'll just give a shout out to
Hashtag Gatorade.
Hashtag
Gatorade. Hashtag Lipton Iced Tea.
Haterade. Hashtag
Haterade.
Haterade. What Bomb Squad drink when talking about Josh Lampard.
Shout out to Josh Lampard though.
Yeah, shout out.
He still owes me chicken.
He's Asia Chicken. Hey, Josh, you still said you were coming to play for the Argies. I was still waiting for that. So, by the way, shout out to you, Joshy.
You know, when Lampard was playing in the Bowie comp, all he would yell is Argy Bargy. So
Yep.
he must be a big fan.
Oh, he's a massive fan. He had his team, the Crafty Tappers, they'd always do an argy-bargy cheer
The good old crafty tappers.
after they'd win a game and stuff like that. And we played against his side in 2019 in the pool matches, and we just formed a great friendship with him and the rest of the boys. And yeah, he always does a little shout out, and he was doing that with the crafty tappers when they were playing, and when they were winning games, they were always doing an argy-bargy shout out, which was really
They were part of the Bowie comp for a couple of years, and there was actually a final they played against the Bashers.
right.
It was a night game at Jimboomba, and we ended up pipping them in the last ball of the game.
Love a good last ball win.
It was a very, very good game.
Don't like a last ball loss.
No,
We've had a couple
it
of
was a
those.
cracking contest, and I had the privilege to watch it.
I had the
no
privilege of
selection
playing
here
in
for
it.
you.
No, I was still playing in the minors at that time.
Right.
And arguably I should still be.
Gotcha.
I
However,
don't think so.
No, but I'm in the majors in the athletic stakes.
Oh, right. Physical peak performance, mate.
Yeah, so in the after hours areas where it comes to training and self-help and professional development, I'm outstanding.
Mate, I could see that. Even in the comms box, you're doing stretching and limbering up all the time, and you're doing.
So is that a bit of arm curls? Yeah, a bit of arm curls.
Different weights.
Yeah.
Always remember alternate so you don't have an oversized arm.
No, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And a couple of these blokes that are wandering back out on the pitch now
Yeah.
to resume the second innings, obviously on the same training regime that I am. And
Now, have you got some funny nicknames for your boys? Have you got?
our boys.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
mate,
saw it on
don't-
your shirts. There's a couple
Don't
of
get
nice-
us started.
Yeah. Well,
Let's
we-
pull out our list, Sandro.
Oh, we got our list.
I don't have it. I thought you had it.
Oh, so
That's a bit of a mix-up.
Has a couple of them been changed lately, because of
I've
different
got-
antics?
A couple. Yeah.
We've changed our nickname for Savio, our nice little
Mr.
Indian-
Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
Mr. Lopez.
He's-
Shout out to Lopez.
We always called him Big Sav.
Big
But
Sav.
now in the last 2 nights, we now call him Goldilocks. Because he's
Oh.
changed bed 3 times. One was soft, one was too hard, the other one just right. As a shout out to Sav, he's now called Goldilocks. So next year when he comes to the Nationals, his name on the back of his jersey will be Goldilocks.
I don't believe it, but we've got Mr. Ben Gorham fielding here at mid-on.
With no
Long
shame
on.
about eating all the sandwiches.
Ate
in
all the
green
sandwiches in the green room.
Look at that beard. That thing looks majestic.
That's very nice.
room. Who grooms your beard, Gorman? Have you got a hairdresser we want to shout out to?
I gotta say, mate, that
Just
that
a-
ramp you did was absolutely phenomenal, mate.
Oh. They're both helmeted up, these batsmen. I feel like they're intimidated by
yeah.
the bowling attack.
I do
Clinton-
like the matching. They are matching helmets, which is always good to see.
It is.
I did
Clinton
love
Tapp
the
and
matching
Adam
pads
Lynch.
by your boys. Like your outfits are fantastic. By the way.
I think if there's ever a contest for worst/best uniform, the Bashers will probably take it out. I was
mate,
a fan of
it's
Tate's for
definitely
this
the best.
season.
Yeah, it's sensational. One of the best. Oh, sort of unusual action there.
He's knocked out behind square for a single. He's coming back for 2.
Oh.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
coming back for
misfield.
2. The running is good.
Good.
That's strong.
You
That's
know
a good
what? That
start.
was a Phil Myers moment, that one. He ran 2 off his own bat.
Shout out to Phil Myers.
Shout out to Phil Myers.
Brought to you by Aldi.
Audi.
Aldi,
Aldi,
where you get your best
good.
produce, free and cheap
Good.
and easy
Different.
and nice. Yeah, good, different. Yeah,
Good different.
Good,
Yeah.
different. Yes.
Oh, what
nice
was
little
that
slash.
kind of shot?
Nice little slash through first slip
And
there.
he's going full Phil Myers on it again and come back for 2.
2. Oh, it's gone for 4.
4 runs, target of 102.
Need to go.
Bang!
Adam Lynch.
I think Phil needs those headphones, mate.
So the Hobart Eagles, can they chase this run down? It's 95 off 67. Oh,
Ooh, he's had a crack at that.
Dot ball.
love a good dot ball.
Who we got bowling here? What do we know about this bowler?
Chase, don't know much. Maybe we might get a sideline eye report from Benny Gorham and he can give us an update on some of the players. Because I know a couple of boys' names and got there. There's wide.
She's just trotted out a wide that's turned into 2 runs. So
I know why. I
He'll be
think
disappointed with that.
maybe Chase is just his nickname because obviously he had to chase that ball.
Chase
So,
that ball.
Chase
that makes
ball.
sense to me.
Yeah.
He's probably not. Is his real name Chase Gorham?
It is Chase.
So genetically disposed to having people run for the ball.
Oh,
Nice
that's
straight
respect
back.
shown to that shot.
Respectamundo.
And that's the
the
first over done. Hobart Eagles, none for 9.
The required run rate is 7, and they're they're on target already. I know it's early birds, and there's only one over gone, but they're nice start. 9 off the over.
I think Gorham needs to come in and bowl. Work off some of those sandwiches he ate in the commentary box.
And looks like the third umpire's getting the sandwiches as well.
He absolutely is. So
He's getting in there.
If you're streaming, if you're hearing us, just get around sandwich eaters in the commentary box.
Now look at this
Hashtag
unit.
Subway, eat your heart out.
Look at
Subway.
this unit. Matty
Eat fresh,
Preston
eat
coming
fresh.
into the attack. Preston
It
coming
was
in
like
the bowl.
Subway. What's their slogan again?
Oh, what a shot
one-handed.
that was!
A nice one-handed, and it's 4 runs.
Bang! 4 more. One-handed.
One-handed 4.
You won't ever see that
Square,
again.
On a wet outfield. He took the guy to Pound Town. That was trash bowling at best.
Matty Preston, fix it up, mate. We know you're better than that.
He's probably got a little bit of brain freeze as he's got no hair. I'm not sure if that's a recent thing or a consistent thing, but there's no tan on it, so...
Yeah, it must be very fresh. Subway, eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
There we go.
Go for a good sub right now. Good foot long.
Oh, foot long.
Love me a foot
don't
long.
forget about their new promotion with the hot dog, the foot-long hot dog.
The sub dog.
Celebrate greatness, the sub dog. Put some
Hashtag
cheese
Subway.
on it. Yeah, hashtag Subway.
Shout out to Subway.
We love Subway.
We love Subway.
We need some more in the green room because Gorham ate it all.
Preston.
Who
coming
ate
in the
all the
bowl.
pies?
Oh, and he's falling over. It's a wide ball.
Slip over wide.
You can't tell if it's actually been raining here or not, gentlemen.
No, it's like dry as a bone out there now.
I enjoy how he's looking at his shoes, blaming that for his lack of coordination.
Might need to check those spikes.
Don't wear spikes on Syntho.
Syntho?
Oh, you've never tried it.
I'm probably choosing not to, Tom.
Legend. I've just been handed a nice cold beverage of
Tea.
tea.
Diet Coke.
Lipton iced tea again, folks.
Iced
Remember,
tea,
Lipton iced tea.
The,
We're looking for sponsors.
the drink of champions. Every cricketer's drink.
Courtesy of Hayden Page.
Ah, shout out to Pagey, Hayden Page from 3 Short. Pagey, nice little shout out. And I didn't give you your duck that you wanted me to get today, so sorry about that. I hit a 6 off the first ball.
Who was that off?
Who was that off again?
Hayden Shepherd.
Hayden
taken
Shepherd.
Downtown.
Well, there you go.
Bang!
Hayden Page. Say hello to Hayden Shepherd. Hashtag Pagey and
Hashtag.
Shepherd.
When you're going down to Pound Town.
Down. Hayden
Things will be
Shepherd,
great.
Back over his head. 6 more, please. You know, that's not the first time that's happened to Hayden.
Are we really going to go there?
Hayden's been smacked over his head a numerous amount of times. Most of which are off no balls because that's all he likes to bowl.
Gotcha.
I heard there was a story a couple of months ago that Mr. Braden Luce ended up smacking him back over his head for 6.
And Braden's about the worst batsman getting around Bow Desert. And he still put
I
Hayden
wouldn't even
back
call him
over
a
his head.
batsman. That
Yeah.
bloke goes through more bats than he does undies.
Poor tradesman blames his
So
tools.
Hobart Eagles,
Exactly.
after 2 overs, none for 18.
They're on track.
On track, folks,
They could
on track.
They could hunt this down. It'd be good for the Hobartians.
Oh, that looked like it was going to go out to the covers, and it's gone backward square. And they're pushing for 2. Good run.
That's some great running.
There is good running between these two blokes.
There's intent.
And Gorman just looking like your local council worker, just watching him work.
Mind you, there is a nest of birds
He
in
was
his
gonna
beard.
hold up a
so,
slow side, but he's
let
thinking
those
he
birds
hold
out of your beard, Benny.
Don't think they're hitting straight. Because the spinner's on. I think it's going over square.
Good old chase.
Is in the background, you probably can see 3.
Oh, it's
Archie
going
bars
big.
Oh,
It's
it's
up.
up.
It's
It's
up.
up.
Who's
It's hanging.
under it?
Who's
And
dropping it?
Chase is there.
That guy is.
Oh, he's
Oh,
dropped
he
it.
has dropped it. Oh no!
and
Oh,
there's
it's overthrows.
Oh, that's one thing I was proud about the Argy Bargies today. We did not have an overthrow. So we're chronic on that. We normally like to throw it, think we can hit the stumps every time. But we're very proud of that. I think, folks, in the background you might have seen 3 yellow Argy Bargies walking past. They're off to Subway.
Eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
They said they were hungry.
Hashtag
they're-
Subway.
Go to Subway.
I feel like when they're there,
Oh, that's a
they'll
shot.
Nice tea.
Yes, I think they will.
Yes.
Shot for 1,
Going
straight to mid off.
the local establishment of Lipton iced tea and Gatorades.
Yes.
And
Well, I'm not sure what. They'll probably go with Gatorade first.
Gatorade first, yeah.
Just to hydrate.
Hydrate. Get the all the body
Electrolytes.
electrolytes and recovery.
Oh, he's gone big.
Another one.
He's
up.
gone
He's
big.
back.
There's
He's gone
someone
back.
under it, and he's taking it. And Gorman's
Oh.
happy about that. He's had a
Oh,
pump.
fist pump.
He's had a fist pump. Get that up, you Gormo.
I do like the loose screws outfits because it looked like they're wearing trackies over their uniform, but it's the way they're being made. They're just like grey and then got the little loose green and black on the bottom.
And with that one, The Eagles are 1 for 23 off 2.4.
Pretty good catch.
It was a good catch. He was going backwards.
Cody
especially it's
Glanville
pretty wet
coming
out
into
there.
bat.
He could have lost his footing, like happened to the Archie Barges in their game, where 2 of our players slipped over trying to field a ball. So it's very wet out that side.
I think Gorham was looking for another Subway sandwich after doing that run into the wickets and back.
I think that fist pump is
Subway
what took it
fresh,
out of him.
Get around LMS.
Remember, get your white macadamia chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh, yeah.
3 for $2. They are.
They are the go-to.
Confirmation.
They've been
We
given the
want
tick of approval by Gorman.
BG has said yes.
Gorham.
Oh, bowler.
We'll just call him BG.
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 Bee's knees.
No, just call it the beard.
The beard.
The
It's a
beard.
nest of birds in there. So
I think
it's like
the bearded goat.
the bearded
The
goat.
bearded goat. That sounds like a great name, that is. The goat, the bearded goat.
The bearded goat.
Nathan Lyon, eat your heart out.
Shout out to Nathan Lyon and the
Shout out
Australian
to-
team.
shout out to the
Hashtag
goat.
can be a goat.
Oh, this guy.
3 overs
Oh,
gone,
I need
1 for 24.
Gorham, has this guy recently shaved his head, or is it? It's been like that for a while. He needs a tan, mate.
Well, that's a shot.
Nice
Straight
shot.
through
It was
covers.
good.
He's hit
let's
the
go.
gap.
Oh, 4
And it's
runs.
4 runs.
4 more. Crash bowling. Guy showed intent. Bowler wasn't up to it. Brain freezing effect.
We never really see this from Matty Preston, but we saw it in the first over, and the first ball of the second over, it's continued.
We might have to seek out the captain here as to how long this spell will carry on for, because I'm not sure they can sustain it at this current Huntington run rate.
Folks, in the comment box here too, by the way, we've got the LMS Cup, and we just had it going through the sides that have won it. Obviously, there is a couple of Queensland sides that have won the Cup before. Tradies in 2011, Second 11 in 2012, Tradies again 2013, Cow Tippers in 2014, Second 11 again. Oceans 12 was the Sydney side, Rock Lobsters from Wollongong, and then Tradies in 2018, and then Ocean 12 in 2019. Because of the COVID situation, it was only the Queensland champs the last 2 years. So
Who won the second division plate competition last year in Queensland? Is anyone aware?
no, I'm not aware. Can you enlighten me?
I believe it was Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad.
Bomb Squad managed to get up after some subpar performances in the preliminary round to win the plate.
Oh, he's trying to go
that's
the
got
ramp,
it.
and he's
Oh,
giving
he's
him!
given him.
He's
Oh.
gotten him!
Not happy.
Pistol Pete!
Got to hit them.
We've just had some advice from the field that apparently you're supposed to hit the cricket ball.
Mr. Gorham, the bearded goat.
BG all over it. He said, telling us that we got to hit them. Of course, we got to hit them.
Yeah, no, that's sound advice by Mr. Gorham. The goat, maybe.
goat.
The bearded goat.
Maybe we'll review that.
There's no DRS on that. It looked good from here. Good from here.
The young fella had intent when he was coming down the pitch. I feel like that was a pretty poor choice.
So Matty is 1 for 15 off 1.4.
And I got to say, speaking on the teams from the Cup, there, second 11, the newest addition to the Bow Desert Division 1 comp, coming up in spring.
Coming up in spring.
Which-
When are you starting that the week after Nashos? Or
Yeah, mate. As soon as we get back that weekend, that comes, the competition kicks off. Div 1, Div 2, and Div 3.
Yeah, same in Sydney as well. The Sydney spring comp starts on the 9th of October. So we'll be all there. Argy Bargies, of course, once again playing. I think we're in Div 3. I'll have to double check. I've got the email saying our first competitors, our opposition, and they're a new team. I don't know who they are. I did look at it before, so I'll have another look while we go on innings check.
Mate, sounds like you're still too focused on that 6 that you hit off Hayden Shepherd.
Mate, yeah, I've got I feel for Hayden.
We don't.
Okay, sweet. I don't have to do that either. It was lovely 6 too, by the way. It was straight down the ground. One of my favourite shots.
It was punishing into the wind off a subpar delivery. You knocked it straight back over his head, and Hayden deserved
Oh,
every
it
day.
was Oh!
He's taken
He's
a
almost-
spill.
And it still hasn't gone for a 4.
No, plugged in the ground, right
Plugged-
beside where he plugged in the ground.
That would have been a perler of a catch.
Hope that doesn't turn out to cost them. This guy looks dangerous with the bat.
Got to give a shout out to Matty Preston, who's taken a break from his duties on Celebrity MasterChef to come and play for the Loose Screws.
I'm probably a bit disappointed he's not wearing a bow tie.
I'm really not.
Well, we'll have to give a.
Oh, no, he's
nice
a cravat type of guy.
Yeah, he's a cravat
My
sort
mistake.
of type. Yes,
Sorry,
yeah.
uneducated heathen that I am.
We'll have to ask him for some cooking tips for tonight because we're having a barbecue at our place tonight at the RG Bargies headquarters. Everyone's invited, by the way. It's number.
The bad connection barbecue.
Sorry, yeah, so we'll all see you then.
Who we got bowling now? We haven't seen this bowler.
Cody Glenville.
He started strong.
Yeah, so a big shout out to the Funky Bunch 8 who will play against the RG Bargies on Sunday week for the first game of the spring comp in Sydney. It'll be interesting to find out who they are.
Who's their name?
The Funky Bunch.
The Funky Bunch. I love it.
Hey, is their opening batsman Marky Mark?
No, it's
No?
No, not Marky Mark. It's his brother.
So, when they walk out, what sort of music they tend to listen to?
Oh, take that.
Take that?
No, they'll have the beats going, I reckon. I definitely think they're going to be a beating team.
So when you assign the uniforms, did they not order shirts just to be in line with Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
Yep, no shirts.
No shirts?
They're going to wear the overalls.
Overalls, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
just
sense.
no shirts with the overalls. You know what I mean? So, and then come in like the Cobra team from, they go.
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. They'll come in looking like dodgeball. We were thought about doing that walking on the field today. We went, well, we're not dressed like them. So.
Globo Gym Cobras.
Go Global Gym. Shout out Global Gym.
Globo Gym. We're better than you, and we know it.
Yes.
Hobart Eagles, 2 for 35 after 5.
Funky Mark and the
Funky Bunch, yep.
The Funky 8, sorry. Be interesting at least. Bang.
That's a shot. He's called for 2.
Still, they're just falling behind the run rate now at the moment.
They're settled for 1.
That catch out to the leg side was really important.
And I'd say with Justin being given LBW and he wasn't happy about it, so I think that might have been a little bit of a harsh call. But we back the umpires all the way.
Rumour has it he's done a Matty Wade in the dressing rooms and he's absolutely clobbered his bat into the wall because he was not happy. Shout out to Matty Wade.
I was speaking of
Hashtag
Marty.
bat into wall.
I was speaking to Marty from Second 11 earlier today, and he's a fan of not playing LBW rules full stop. He thinking LMS LBW shouldn't be paid. So Marty, if you're out there,
Hashtag LBW not.
Put a post up. Tell us your feelings about not paying LBWs in LMS.
Shout out to Marty.
We like Marty. He's a good guy. New member to the Bow Desert franchise.
Division 1.
Are they in Division 1?
They are Division 1.
Really?
Yeah.
They'd have to be Division 1.
My bad. Thought they might have just eked into Division 2.
Oh,
nice shot.
Oh, you gotta want it!
Nice pickup.
Yeah, no, that's good fielding. Playing the percentages.
And that is end of the over. Hobart Eagles 2 for 40.
2 for 40.
2 for 40.
What are they looking to chase down at the back end of this innings?
62 off 40.
There's going to be some hitting to get that done.
Got to get some hitting.
9 overs to go.
They change ends?
Change ends, yes, that is correct.
And now they're hitting with the wind. We've just been informed by the third umpire, by management, that they're hitting with the wind now.
Who we got bowling here? Have we seen this guy before?
Cody Glenn, he went for 5 off.
Oh, here we go. He's on here. He's on here. And he's taking it.
Cody's come in. Change maker.
He's the real difference.
Don't let Ben bowl then.
And fair to say, no one's got around him. It's just an expectation.
It's not. It's Sandro. It's not an argy bargy ritual celebration. That is.
Get him in the circle.
You got to get around him, lads.
Get around him.
Not a single player from this alleged team has got around and celebrated greatness. That wicket could be the difference.
Well, it could be the
disappointing at best from a team point of view. I would expect Gorman to lead the way in the charge there, but obviously...
He's still trying to sniff out the last sandwich.
I feel that's true.
Seaborn going out to his new partner, just telling him just to settle, mate, because we got time.
Aiden
39
Jackson.
balls left.
So what's this guy now? 1 for none?
I know he's 1 for 5. He bowled an over earlier.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Still strong effort. I haven't seen Gorman bowl yet. Is there a chance of that happening?
We want the beer to go.
Oh, look out.
He's
We'll have to do-
confident.
Hey!
We'll have to do a slow clap when BG goes into bowl.
Oh, he's called
He's
himself.
informed us. We've got the sideline eye reporter. He's all over it like a bad rash.
You just coming on to bring him back into the game, Gorman? Yeah. Yep, good choice.
I reckon he'll get hit 6.
Oh, that's
bang,
flat.
Bang,
It's
bang,
4 runs.
Bravo.
4 runs.
And I wanted to like this guy, but that was pretty average delivery.
Gorman's not liking that.
I reckon there'll be a 6 hit off Gorman's third ball.
Now he's
There we
just itching to have a bowl.
go. Oh, yeah.
A Subway sandwich, eat fresh.
Sandwich.
Eat
We'll
fresh.
get it delivered in a Mack truck.
Nice-
And we'll bring you a bottle of Gatorade.
Nice juicy odds are $1.94.
$1.94?
$1.94.
That's a fair price.
Fair price.
Fair price.
I do overs.
Oh, respect.
I'll tell you what, folks. So let's hope all 3 of us are back in the comms box tomorrow, because it'll be another great, enjoyable day. So hopefully we'll be at HQ.
Hey, if you want us to come back, we just had an email from management. If you want us back, let us know. Just get on there. Say we want Mr. Avery, myself, and the legend of the RG Bargies back on the commentary box.
Buckland Senior.
Buckland Senior. And we might get Buckland Senior in.
Yeah, we might get
Might
all
even
3
get-
Bucklands in.
I reckon we should.
Get
all
all
3
three.
Bucklands.
If you want us back, if you want to have a good time while you're watching the cricket, hashtag the best commentary team ever, and send it through to the link.
You know what? We just had an email come through from AB de Villiers himself, the ambassador for LMS. He wants us at World Champs.
Oh,
He wants
how's
us at
that?
World Champs.
Oh, let's book the tickets now.
I reckon first class tickets to Cape Town.
I don't do kettle class, mate. So
We're going business class, part of the sponsorship deal. Thanks, Qantas. Hashtag Qantas.
Hashtag Qantas.
If you want to get around the Australians going to the World Champs, that's the right World Champs. You know what? It's just a little bit different to America, where the Americans only play the sport and they call themselves World Champs. This is World Champs. There's sides from Australia, New Zealand, India, England, and South Africa.
We'll play the World Series
and
of just the
Tasmania.
one
And
country.
Tasmania.
separate country again.
Hobart boys might differ on that, but speaking of the Hobart boys, they need 55 off 35, so 7 overs to go, folks.
55 or 35. What are your thoughts, Senior Buckland?
Mate, I'm thinking if they can push it along,
Downwind?
they'll win, and downwind, they'll win.
Beat
And
a
if
goat
BG
to come
comes in,
If you played for RG Bargies,
give
Played
us a
for
shout
RG
out.
Bargies.
Give us a shout.
hashtag
Have a
RG
shout.
Bargies.
What number you think you are? I've got a list at home. of
He's
your
got a
number.
list, and good old
hit up
Buckland
the
Senior.
Facebook
He's
link,
got caps for
LMS.
everyone.
Caps for everyone.
Caps for everyone.
LMS fan site. Get
Hashtag
on
baggy
LMS.
green. Can you buy us some more caps, please? I need
If
to
you
order some
haven't
more.
got your cap, make sure you get it,
Oh,
because
and-
you'll be a part of cricket history.
Well, the baggy greens are only available to the players that play Nashos.
Wee.
So that's the honour for playing for the. But you get to keep your shirt anyway if you play for the RG Bargies, if you're a regular player.
Unless you swap it with a better team like the Bouchers.
So where are they?
So 8
We'll
overs
be more
gone.
structured tomorrow, audience, I promise.
Yes,
we're sort of making this up as we go along a little bit, but management...
Needless to say, we are not scripted. Hashtag live and now.
8 overs gone. 4 for 51. The rain's starting to come down.
They need to start hitting
Oh.
some runs to try and get in front of the
They're
run
going to
rate
push
here.
2 here, they're going to push 2, and we're every chance of a run out. No, he's been sent
Oh,
back.
he's played that smart.
What have we got left? Do you think the umpires are going to
It is
show
getting
some
a
common
little-
sense here and play the game out, or are they going to call it?
It's looking very.
It's 50-50. Like, there's not a bad call here, but... Oh, that's a no ball.
That's got to be. He hasn't called it.
No call on the no ball.
I think he's probably just challenged by the lack of vertical height this man has that was batting. For a normal-sized human, perhaps it wouldn't have been a no ball.
Maybe.
Oh,
Straight
great
through.
ball.
Straight
Great
through.
nuts.
I think they're in a bit of trouble here, though.
The Hobart Eagles, they're not flying well, are they?
What do they need an over, Ty?
49 of 27, mate. So
9 and over at the moment, and they're only going at 6, so they've got to pick it up a bit.
Well, hopefully for them, Gorham bowls another over and they're every chance of making the runs.
And it is an official game now because it's into the 9th over, so we will have a result either way. You don't want a result cause of rain. You want it.
oh, he's backed away from it, and he's giving him.
He's giving him.
He's filthy about it too.
He did look behind him. He reckons it's come off his pads by the
Luke
looks of it.
Hawks gone for 1.
So Hobart Eagles
5 down.
5 down, in danger.
No.
And I think that was the last ball of the over.
It certainly, yes, it was.
Braden Seaborn still in, 10 off 13. Going at a steady pace, but needs to up the ante.
The Hobart team's a chance here with Gorman bowling.
Even though she's picked up 2 wickets in the over.
Yeah, I think we've just had some feedback saying two wickets in his last over.
Oh, it's only one.
No, it's
sir.
only one. That's incorrect information there.
Team management.
It's only one, but I think
only
it's a
one.
classic case of shit gets wickets. So actually just been pulled up by management. Average bowling gets wickets.
T
is a better
gets
way of saying,
wickets.
yeah.
Oh, he's gone big.
Oh, he's got
Gorman's under it.
Oh, if he took off straight away, I reckon he would have had.
We
he would
wanted
have got his
Gorman to
second.
get it. We wanted his second wicket.
Third.
We're having shout-outs from the back here, from the bleachers. Oh,
Oh, he's gone big.
Oh,
He's got it. He's
He's
taking
got
it. He's got his second wicket. Gorman's on fire.
2 for 5 off 1.2.
That is a cracking catch, and the wind has died off, and that's the only reason that ball did not go the
Yeah,
journey.
that was the first time the wind's died down, I think.
That should have sailed for 6, but it was straight down the throat of a fielder.
You think
Gorman's got his second wicket.
Do you think there's a theory in that the batsman didn't hit it as hard as he could have because he thought the wind would look after it?
Yes. I
That
think
sounds
the-
like a Braden
sailing.
Loose philosophy there, Mr. Sanso.
Oh, well, I'll take that as a wrong answer then.
Just chalk that down to bad influence.
Oh, we got Taz. Is
He
this
should have.
Taz?
He should have hit it with
This
his
is
purse.
Taz. This is Taz.
The game changer. He is the junior Buckland to this team.
Shout out to Junior Buckland. Oh, he's bowled him!
up. He's cleaned him up.
Gorman's on a hat trick.
You need to fear the beard.
Fear the beard.
He's tearing this
The
team
goat.
apart.
The goat.
Gorman is on a hat trick at the Australian National Championships.
Hashtag hat trick. Hashtag beard.
Didn't
I
necessarily.
don't believe it.
Oh,
It is scenes here at Dapto. Reed Park.
It's out of control. Like this.
Quarter to 5 in the afternoon.
This is the
Hat
last
trick
person
time.
I
Daniel
expected to play
Burgess,
that.
last man standing.
They've not moved.
Gorham
the
coming
field.
in for his hat trick
Here
ball.
we go.
Oh, he's appealed, but there's no result.
He's appealed in classic BJ.
It
Watley
looked
fashion.
good from here.
Here we go.
Rain coming down.
Rain coming down. Last man stand.
Last ball of the over.
BG 3 for 4 off 1.4.
The goat. I
Here
think
we
they
go.
got it.
Oh, he's going to run too. You got to run too. You got to push hard, big fella. Oh, he slipped.
He's got it.
He's got it. Yeah,
Oh.
good running. Good running.
Very good running. And that finishes the 10th over. Hobart Eagles, 7 for 56. An absolute explosive over there from Ben Gorham. On a hat-trick.
Game breaker.
He changed the game, and I've happily
Absolute-
corrected all those Subways he ate before the game. But while
Absolute
while he was
wonderful
eating
spell.
fresh,
Eating fresh.
eating fresh has obviously enhanced his performance.
3 for 6 off 2 overs. As we start with Robinson coming in.
The rain's coming down, and we have a stubborn batsman that just.
He's probably going to make the loose screws work for it. I've done that before where we weren't a chance of winning, so I made sure I blocked most of the balls afterwards and made the opposition work for it.
And that's a top ball. It's not what the Hobart Eagles need. They need runs on the board.
The technique on that previous shot wasn't to the standard you require.
He's
That's better.
Oh, and another dot ball.
Not really.
46 runs required from 17.
This is what every bowler wants, a last man stand, so he can have great figures,
Great economy rate.
great economy rate. Oh,
Bang!
that's a no ball. It's been set for 4.
4.
4 runs.
Did we get the no ball call?
Yes.
Yep. Oh, and they're
and
coming
they've
off.
called it.
The umpires.
The umpires
called the
said-
pin, and it is getting. It's a fair call.
We've had enough.
They're coming off.
But you know what? The important thing is, Gorham got his 3 for. He got his photos for Mum. 3 for 6 off 2.
Just a reminder to everyone who's listening: get on Facebook, the LMS page. If you want us back tomorrow,
Let us know.
let us
Let
know.
us know.
We're happy to be here in the comments box.
More hat tricks to come. More 6s to come. More 38s to come.
38.
38.
And I reckon we're done for the day, gentlemen.
I think we are.
With the with the rain coming down now, the weather is not looking promising. We're hoping it's going to flare up for tomorrow. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Get on that Facebook page. Get around us. Do an argy-bargy.